Today I'm going to show you the fantastic Veggie Pod. The key ingredients you need to be successful are, of course, the Veggie Pod kit. This is the large size. I've also brought the stand to raise it up on. And the key ingredients you need for success are a good quality compost, organic farm manure, some perlite, and of course, some seeds, strawberries, vegetables, anything that you fancy growing as your 5 a day. Let me show you how to put the Veggie Pod together. The Veggie Pod comes in 3 sizes: small, medium and large. And today we're going to build the large Veggie Pod version. They all come in a similar size box, and within the large box you've got the growing unit, you've also got the cover that fits over the Veggie Pod, and I've also brought along the stand. So we're going to put both of those together. It'll take you about 1 hour to fully assemble it. When putting your large Veggie Pod together, my advice is to start with the stand. Erect the stand first of all, and inside the box for the stands are 2 inner boxes. So make up one of those each first of all before putting the large Veggie Pod together. The stand for the large Veggie Pod is very, very simple. It comprises of 4 legs, 4 angle braces and 4 strengthening bars for the unit to sit on. And everything is put together by this simple Allen key, and it'll take about 20 minutes to put it together. So that's the large Veggie Pod stand put together. Remember, you have to have the bars all lined up. It's a simple stainless steel screw and nut using an Allen key, and it'll take you about 20 minutes to put the stand together. Remember to lay out all the parts first of all so that you know what you're doing. Tighten the bolts just softly first of all, hand tight, and then when everything is in place you can tighten everything up. But it's that simple. We're ready to put the Veggie Pod together. So we built the stand, we're ready now to put the Veggie Pod together, and everything that you need comes in this box. You can simply open it up and all the components to finally put the rest of the Veggie Pod together, the growing unit and the cover tunnel. It'll take you about another 20 minutes to assemble the pieces, and then we're good to plant. The first step in putting the Veggie Pod together is to take out the 4 growing compartments and spread them out evenly across your stand. The stand makes it very easy then to erect the rest of the components and put them together. Step 2 is putting the internal trays. These just sit right in the centre of each of the 4 compartments. So I'll crack on with that. Join me later. The instructions are very easy to follow. The Veggie Pod unit fits together like a Lego set or a Meccano set. All the pieces interlock, and it's very, very simple to put it together. So as you can see, I put in the bases, I put in the surrounding wall, and the final piece simply just clicks in together. A final tap, and that's it. We then use the plastic bolts to tighten it all up, and we're good to plant. And finally, securing all the components together is very simple. We use these push-in presses that hold the actual growing unit together, so they just simply press in, and then all the other pieces are locked together by these simple plastic wing nuts and screws. Simply just push them together like that. So it's a very, very simple and easy unit to put together. It takes about an hour in total, and once I've finished, we're good to plant. Well, there you go, that's it put together. All the plastic screws have been screwed in. It's actually very, very solid and very easy to build. Your children will love you giving you a hand putting it together. So now I'm ready to put on the canopy, so we'll do that next, and then we're going to fill it with compost and start planting. Well, the Veggie Pod comes with a fantastic cover that keeps pests like caterpillars and greenfly out, and also creates a microclimate for your Veggie Pods where your plants are going to grow 50% faster. This is the canopy. Everything you need is here in the box. So you've got the micro fleece cover, which helps to keep the pests out. We've got the internal irrigation system. Each of the bays has a separate nozzle for making it very, very easy to water during the growing season. And then we have the galvanized steel poles. We put these together and this will form the frame. And again, this should take about 10 to 15 minutes to put together. So catch you later. Well, that's the frame put together. It's quite simple. It just all locks in together simply like that. Creates a nice secure frame for the micro mesh. And this particular micro mesh just fits over the actual frame and tightens down by Velcro. Before I do that, I'm going to fit the irrigation pipe. So this fits internally along the top ridge bar with a couple of cable ties. It's very simple to put together, and this will help to irrigate your plants during the growing season. So we'll put it all together and then we're good to plant. So we're now ready for the fun part. This is where we get to plant the Veggie Pod. You can see the mesh cover is in situ. We're ready to fill the Veggie Pod with compost, organic compost. But firstly, the very first step is to add some perlite, and this material helps the moisture that's held in the self-watering unit to wick up into your compost. So step one is just to fill the base of the Veggie Pod with perlite. So step two is to put in the organic compost and mix it with some regular compost. Remember, I've already put in the perlite into the base of the planter, and as I'm mixing the soil, I'll mix some of that perlite through the compost as well. So you spread the compost evenly and lightly right throughout the planting wells within the Veggie Pod. Once we've filled it with soil, we're good to plant. So there's the Veggie Pod. I've put in the organic compost, Horkins compost and the organic farmer manure, and mixed them together. Remember, I've also put in the perlite initially, and finally I'm just going to add a little bit more perlite right to the surface of the soil, because that'll help to plant a lot easier. And then we're ready to plant. The children and I planted the Veggie Pod with a selection of their favourite 5 a day, including strawberries, salad crops, mixed lettuce leaves, some sensory herbs, and some seeds including garden peas and carrots. Within a month, the plants were ready for picking. The Veggie Pod is the best way to grow your 5 a day. It's easy and it's fun.